Namaste, friends. Get that camera angle. Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and I'm going to do a Divine Masculine reading. Seems like all the readings, even if I set my intention, a lot of times the readings don't come through. It's messages for people that need to hear them. And honestly, I bring messages that you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear, but it's important for you to get these messages for your growth, to help you understand where you are in the energies that you're experiencing. However, my intention for this reading is to check in with the Divine Masculine energy. But as always, the Divine has the power and the choice, so I just abide by whatever comes through. So, just a quick blessing for you in the quiet of this day. May you know the greatness of your spirit, and may your hopes fly on the wings of possibility. That's Mary Ann Rodmacher wrote that beautiful blessing. I just felt it was appropriate. Okay, so we're going to get started. Remember, this is a general read. It may or may not resonate. If it doesn't resonate, please scroll through some of my other videos. It's something in the title captures you. There may be a message in there for you. You kind of know now, if you've been watching tarot for any great length of time, that you're going to connect with a couple of readers, and then after a while you may need to change readers for a bit, because as you ascend you may not be at the same frequency of the reader, and it's okay if you do that, and then come back and check in a couple of times and see if you know, we're back together on the same frequency. It just happens. I kind of have a list of readers that I listen to, and then sometimes I'll just know that the messages aren't resonating, and so it's time then to look at a couple of other different readers and see if they're tapped into the energy that I'm experiencing. But you know, scroll through some of the messages, the other videos. There may be messages in there for you if this one doesn't resonate. It may, the whole message may be your whole story, or it may just be a part of it. So thank you for, you know, having your patience and, you know, listening to this reading and joining me on my channel and bringing such positive energy to this space. So I'm going to get started. Let's see what's going on with the Divine Masculine energy. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. Practice moderation. You may have a Divine Masculine that's having a little bit of a problem with some more obsessive kind of behaviors or out of control behaviors. Let's see. We'll get some more info on that in just a second. I'm going to pull another one. Let's see what's going on. Practice moderation. Trust your intuition and understand your body. Sometimes that visceral reaction that you feel in your body is a result of you just knowing something. But trust your intuition and understand your body. Now, that may be a message for the Divine Masculine. It may be a message for the Divine Feminine. We're going to find out in just a second how these are linked. Okay, I think I shuffled these before, but we're going to shuffle them one more time. Practice moderation. Creation. Sometimes that could mean don't get so overwhelmed. The Divine Masculine may be really overwhelmed in trying to create something. Could be a, you know, create a way of making money. Could be a business that he's building. There needs to be balance. So this person feels, it feels to me like this person is working really, really hard. Putting a lot of hours, a lot of time, a lot of energy into creating something, and their life has kind of gotten off balance. And if you look at the less than happy people there in that card, it kind of like the opposite of a union card with the Three of Cups. It's just like there are three people there who are absolutely not engaging with each other. So this could be a third party situation that has occurred, and the Divine Masculine has just dove into work or projects or you know, his art or whatever it is that fascinates him or he's doing for his living. It has created a distortion in the balance, and so that is probably creating some stress, maybe not talking to you. It looks to me like this is no talkie. So and that's because his life is kind of out of balance. So let's find out, actually, before we go on to here, let's find out a little bit more about this. What's going on? Oh, there's the Empress. Creation and Empress. You see how that card just flew right over there? It might be the Empress who is creating. Or the divine, the feminine side of him is creating in that Empress energy. And there is the Seven of Swords. That's the least favorite card in the deck. This is definitely something deceptive, malicious. It's malicious intent is usually the way I read this card. But it really feels as though there was some sort of betrayal or deception that was the catalyst for this divine masculine to just sink himself in work. There's the Mother of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. What I'm feeling from this is he needs nurturing. He's not nurturing himself. He's not nurturing the relationship, and he craves nurturing. Then we have the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Absolutely working, investing so much, and it's just not, it's really not coming to fruition. And it's kind of making him feel isolated and alone. And he just craves that nurturing of his soul to help him heal from this. We have 7 and 7. So we have 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. He's constantly engaged in trying to avoid, there are no cups. He's avoiding his emotions through work, but it's making him feel more and more isolated because it's way out of balance. And because of that, he may be, drinking or doing something a little too much that's not in moderation. Here's that Three of Cups energy where we're talking about. Something sabotaged because he's working so hard. It is really kind of sabotaging any kind of union energy. He's avoiding, and again, it could be a third party situation. Here are the 3 people that are totally detached from one another, and that's really kind of keeping this union energy. Nobody's talking. I mean, what he really wants to do is sit down and be able to express himself. Could be that there's something going on in a third-party situation, maybe with a significant other, could be a wife, and they're not talking. There's the Nine of Wands. This is getting old. It's like he's just hanging in there by a thread. He's tired of this constant stress, constant having to work hard, constant having to try and make all of this right. There's the Six of Cups. This is a soulmate connection. There's the union energy there. So this has kept this these divine counterparts apart, and they have had difficulty ascending together into a higher frequency, because this is low frequency energy. I mean, that's the perfect picture of low frequency energy. So this divine masculine is in a very physically exhausting, he's mentally exhausted. He wants to be with his Empress. He wants to be nurtured. He wants his soul to feel loved. And he's, instead of trying to talk about it and try and sort things out, he's just working to avoid. And there is the Mother of Wands on top of the Ten of Pentacles. This feels like it's a mother of his children. Somebody's protecting, it feels like, money. And they just can't take action because they're tied up with this really protective person. Bottom of the deck, Chariot. There is a desire, a deep desire to move this forward. Wow. All right, so let's see. This card stayed down, so there's a message. It's dissipating. Okay, so whatever energy this is now is going to dissipate. Trust your intuition, understand your body. So to me, it's like physically exhausting is what I'm getting from this energy. It's just physically exhausting. It's just like I just need to take some time, some rest time. There's gossip concerning this situation. Probably some, people talking about what happened. Insecurity. Look at him protecting that heart. Here's that devil energy. Yeah, this is very toxic for him. He's trying to communicate with you telepathically. But he's miserable. Look at what's on his face. Look at how unhappy he is. Can you see that? Turn on this light. Look at how miserable he is. He's just being eaten by this toxic energy. And this is perception. What you intuitively know is going on here. There is a perception that you have. Trust your intuition. This on social media, you may either see this play out, or there may be a whole different perception being presented. I reached for this deck. I wasn't going to plan on using it. But there is, trust your intuition. Don't go by necessarily what you see, because there may be a whole deception about what's truly going on. I mean, look at these two cards together. I mean, this tells the whole story. I'm sorry, but there's the whole story right there. Just the energy of those cards alone tell you where he is. So what about this gossip? I hope it dissipates for him. I hope it's dissipating energy, because this is tough. The Lovers. Oh, look. Look at how she's nurturing this big red bull. My twin is a Taurus, so kind of relevant to me. But look at how gentle she's in that Empress energy. She's soothing his heart. That red is just such anger and frustration. And look at how beautifully she's very tenderly supporting him. So there you go. If this is your message, your Divine Masculine is really needing some emotional support, some nurturing. That's what he's really craving from you. He doesn't want to admit it. That's Seven of Swords. But he needs to restore balance. I wouldn't be surprised if the Four of Swords comes up. All right, let's see. Here's the Eight of Swords. Feeling friggin' trapped. The Tower and the Three of Cups. Okay. So, first of all, sending him really positive healing vibes. Being in that divine energy with your divine grace. I mean, this is the picture of divine grace. Be in that divine grace energy, and that is going to help him break free from this really low frequency insecurity. People are gossiping about him. You're probably hearing that, and that might be what's leading to your perception. But you can help this dissipate by being in your divine grace. We have Three of Cups here. So this is a step toward union. Both sides have the Three of Cups. That's my union card. But you can't come into union if he's in these lower vibration energies. And being uplifting to him will help. Ten of Coins, Ten of Pentacles. It flew over here. We've already had the Ten of Pentacles over here. But this just tells me that this is a long-term committed relationship that he's really struggling with. Whatever happened, and it was malicious intent, there was a hurt, maybe a betrayal, and he just went right in, way over his head in working long hours and trying to avoid feeling anything. Let's take this, and this will probably be the last part of this message. We have the King of Swords, the Strength card, the Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So these all came out together. The King of Swords is somebody who is like very decisive, very clear on what they want. And he has the strength now. When you support him and you send him that really connected divine grace energy, he feels that. Here's that Two of Cups. Here we had the Lovers and the Two of Cups. He's craving that. His soul is crying out for that. And this is not the time to, bring up any past resentment or, mistakes that he's made, any kind of prior hurt that you want to throw in his face right now. This isn't the time to do that. That's not Empress Divine Grace energy. This is the time for compassion. Here we have the Knight of Swords, and he just wants so badly to march right in a hurry and say, I'm done with all this. I'm done with all this. This tower, I'm just ready. I'm ready to just walk away. Temperance. You're going to have patience, though. It's going to take some time for him to resolve this. Judgment. Yeah, Temperance and Judgment. Shit. Patience, Divine Feminines, please. Patience and compassion. Nine of Coins. Nine of Pentacles. There's your single card. And the High Priestess. Absolutely. Intuition, High Priestess. Definitely. Listen to your intuition on this. If you feel guided, do as you are guided. At this point, do as you are guided. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your High Priestess energy, your higher self, your guides. When you're sitting in this divine grace, this nurturing, loving, supportive, divine grace energy, you are going to get the information you need to know what to do to support this divine masculine. And sometimes it's reaching out. Sometimes, they just need to know that somebody cares about them. Hey, are you okay? Just a quick text message. I don't advocate chasing, but there is nothing wrong with showing a little bit of care and compassion. And he needs this right now. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. Be in your divine grace energy. That's really, really, really important. Namaste.